I feel like I bonded more with my original Apisi tribe, and was able to just become a little more natural in my communications and stuff like that, and maybe add a little humor, relief to the situations at times. So yeah, and then I shared my heart with them this evening at our reward dinner about how difficult it has been for me to socialize with people and stuff like that because of our time in Africa. And then finding the hidden immunity idol at that dinner put the icing on the cake. I think the original Apisi tribe is solid. I'm overjoyed to have Kourtney with me here. We're really glad to have Djon and Laura with us, who indicated that they thought we were good people and they wanted to work with us. And so we've already, I think, re-solidified that relationship. So we're 4 out of 8 right now. We just need to pick up one more. It's looking real good here.
I don't know, we're going to try to talk to Brianna from, I'm sorry, the Yellow Tribe, I don't know their name, because she is who we call Pot Lady. She's the one who took a pot instead of a tarp at the opening challenge, and we know she's taken some heat from the Yellow Tribe, so we want to try and find out how tight she is with Scott, her other tribe member here with us now. And if there's a rift there or any hard feelings, we've already spoken to Laura and Djon, and we've recommitted. So from here on, I asked Djon. Well, actually, we talked about how we don't want the greens or the yellows to see us palling up. So we committed to each other that we're 100% good, and we may not talk a lot, but we're still good. And also that if he hears from green or yellow that we've been telling them otherwise, not to believe it, that we're 100% strong with them. I think I'm tight with Kourtney. You tell me. How tight am I with Kourtney? Okay. I think we're good. Yeah. But having an idol in my pocket gives a little bit of assurance to that. The plan with Apisi when we left was everybody needs to do whatever they have to do to survive, to get together back again at the merge, and we even made a plan that if somebody needs the idol that I have, a way to indicate that, so we may be able to pass it off to somebody in another tribe if they really need it. I just hope that they don't play me on that and say they need it when they don't. The plan is to keep it as a red secret, so the only way I would use it in the current dynamic is if Kourtney needed it. So we don't want anybody here to know, and all the other red members are not to tell anybody, and that's the thing where we don't know what's going on in those other camps. But if this plan with Djon and Laura, and we can pull in one more person, works here, I would hope that we would be safe here even without an idol. So if I could, I'd love to be able to save it till Final 5.
I wasn't too happy about it because we just got a nice fire going, and I wasn't wanting to leave it, but it's okay, it's not raining. So I'm fine. We knew it would happen. I feel like it's temporary, but we've got I think a pretty strong group with our old tribe, so that I think we have some people here that we might try to talk to and then maybe work with if need be. The Blue Tribe, we've just been watching them. They shared our porta potty. So yeah, we haven't said anything to them yet, but we've just been kind of keeping them in the back of our minds. They're ones that we had actually seen at a porta potty. One of them, yeah, the Porta Potty Alliance. And then Djon, I know, and I had met him when we did our 2 little paired off thing the other night. Was that last night? Gosh, I need to talk to Djon and just make sure we can say something to her and see what happens. We kind of wondered if, with the Yellow Tribe not having a tarp and the Blue Tribe getting 2 tarps the first night, if there might be a little animosity, and wondered if we might be able to use that. But then I talked to them, they're super nice, so I need to try to talk to Djon and I want to try to get next to Laura and just see if we can do something and pull in Djon if need be, if we need, and then just later down the road I feel pretty good about 3 of us with Djon, Desiree, and then we've pulled in a 4th, kind of 2/4 that they both think they're 4th. So we're
And who they are?
kind of massaging that. Evan, and then Hannah. Evan was the one that was first, but then we've been a little nervous about him and his knowledge. And then Hannah kind of approached us, and we had thought about her before Evan had approached us. I'm really just trying to be flexible, but then so I already had it worked out with Evan, with Desiree, Djon, and Evan. And then Adam approached me and said something about working. I didn't probably have a good line, but I was just trying to play along, but I just probably didn't do a good job of it. And then Hannah ended up coming up to me, and I asked both of them if they talked to anybody else, and both of them said they hadn't. Adam's kind of on the outs, but the guys are trying to make him feel comfortable. So we'll see how it goes. But yeah, and I think Desiree and I are tight.
Bill has the immunity idol, so I think that'll give us a good protection. And we really gelled well with Laura and Djon. So I'm feeling pretty good about it. Laura and Djon, we were walking out together, and Laura said, like, hey, I really want to work with you. I got good vibes from you, and I said likewise. And so we've been talking a little bit, but like no one's really brought up game. I tried to a little bit with Laura and Kathy separately, but neither one of them were giving up much information. I'm hoping that tonight can just be a really good, just kind of get to know you time and get to know somewhat tribe dynamics for the other groups. I'm not gonna lose my game to stay red strong. So if red seems to be not the way that the majority is going, I'll do what I have to stay in. So Bill's a great guy, but I don't really think he has his head in the game. I think he loves Survivor, but anytime I try to talk strategy, it's just kind of nothing. He's really quiet and reserved when it comes to that. Justin and I, we've got a pretty tight 2. He approached me. We kind of tried to rig our rock, paper, scissors, but it didn't end up working because everyone picked rock. Our deal was that we were both going to do rock so that we would be on the same tribe together. I would say that right now he's my kind of ride or die. So I think we'll try to stay close. But as for the rest of red, I'm not super committed.
When they told 2 people to go from our tribe, my 2 closest alliances went, and I was left with 3 people that I got along with, but didn't have an end goal game plan with. Then when we came together and found out that we were going to just be 2 pairs for every team, I paired up with the 1 person that I had a close to end game plan with. And when we joined the red tribe, who was forced to be with us, rather than asking us who they wanted to pick, they just picked without us. I've ended up on a tribe with the 3 oldest men in this game, and that's not going to work for me. The plan is I had the luxury of competing in a challenge with Scott yesterday when we got immunity idols. Rachel and Scott got a fake immunity idol, and Desiree and I got a real immunity idol. We swapped our clues, so theirs looks like the real immunity idol and ours looks like the fake immunity idol. That essentially could have possibly bonded Scott and myself. I feel like Scott and I might be able to have that to kind of see eye to eye on. I'm really hoping that he has a good relationship with Bree. I've got a great relationship with Kathy, and if we can pull in at least 1 person from the blue tribe, which the green tribe really liked, we can possibly have the numbers. I also hope that having an agile, smaller male in the group can have some kind of value with me when it comes to challenges, but we've got a lot of strong women here, so I'm really hoping that I'm not disposable. I've known Bill for many years. I know he's a super fan. I've been to a lot of finales events with him, Bill probably doesn't recognize me. Apparently Bill doesn't remember people's names. So working with Bill is not on the cards. I think we're gonna have an interesting night's sleep already just from setting up the camp. You can tell that there are people who like it done a certain way, and questioning it is a little bit a faux pas because they know their camp and they know what they like. Intention to get back with at least 2 of my Green tribe members. I have a really good relationship with both Evan and Desiree. I believe they are both under the impression that I'm their ride or die, and I like that. I'm a little worried that the 2 of them are working together, be it that I don't know what they're going to discuss, because the 2 of them are in an alliance with myself and Kathy. Kathy being the 4th member, and each of them thinking they were number 2. I don't have faith in this tribe. Like I said, we've got the 3 oldest men on our tribe. All of the strong guys are on the other 2 tribes. All of them. And I know because I played with 2 of them. And I've played against the rest of and that scares the bejeebers out of me.
Is in the group of 6 blues, like, it's like your original family. Like, everyone gets along. Like, you don't want to break anyone's heart because you are all in this together, and it's like new and scary for everyone. So many times we were just sitting there and we were like, I don't want to vote anyone out. Like, I don't even particularly like all of you. Like, I don't feel the need to work with all of you, but I don't want to vote anybody out. Production of the swap was pretty ideal. When we were deciding who the 2 were going to be, we all kind of looked at each other, and one guy and one girl raised their hands immediately, and we're like, okay, that was easy. And I just got a super good vibe from Kourtney instantly. I don't know what it was. She reminds me of like a friend from home. And the 4 of us were walking out together. I don't know where anybody else was, but I just blurted out, like, I really like you too, I want to work with you guys. And they were like, cool. So then when we picked the things, I was like, okay, I hope either we get one of them or Kourtney and Bill get one of them, because then we can pick each other. We didn't get it, but they did. So I was like, okay, this is a test, because we would have picked them. They pick us, like, this is a real thing. And it gets to them, and they pick us. I was so excited. And then we got back here, and Bill took me aside just very quickly, like, we still on? Great, yeah, cool. So yeah, so pretty good. We still have 2 tarps. We don't have Flint, which is a huge bummer. I don't feel like we have all the strongest, like, challengers, like, athletes. I mean, myself and Djon included. You saw our scoreboard. Blue Tribe was not very dominant. So I guess I'm a little bit concerned about challenges. But even then, if we do lose, I feel like there's, like, a backup plan is like the alliances.
In the former Blue Tribe, we had a pretty good alliance going.
And who was that?
Katie, myself, Laura, and then Stephen, maybe. I think Stephen was in it. And Bill and his partner. I'm not sure, but at least Bill was someone who Laura and I had met last night. And so we're going to work with him. So we just need 2 more to get a majority.
I don't think this is going to mess me up. Maybe it'll be a bit easier because the teams are bigger. And as long as we can consolidate our 5, it should be working out pretty well. We're an older group, and based on our physical performance and other tribe, certainly leaves something to be desired. I'm hoping that it's going to be another day of challenges for rewards, and maybe followed by an evening, nighttime tribal council, which would be really cool. But we're hoping that there's not a lot of people voted out on Friday. Hoping that it's reserved for Saturday and Sunday. We're hoping to get back our teammates from Blue, at least Katie, because Katie was working well with us, with Laura and myself. We'd like to have her back.
I'm psyched to be here, man. It's really cool.
Yeah.
A lot of moving parts to get out here, but so worth it. Even though we didn't have a tarp, that was it wasn't that bad. Honestly, I mean, this is what you sign up for, right? It's like, this isn't the Hilton, it's not the Holiday Inn. You wouldn't want anything different than like a good experience to kind of get you guys bonded together. But it was fun. I mean, it was a long night, but it was good. It's a great story.
Yeah, absolutely.
You need more of those in life. So I like the way we did it. Like, we're all kind of even here, right? So it's 2-2-2-2. So you always get nervous if it's you get nervous if you're on either side of the swap with numbers, because if you have too many numbers, the other 2 could join up against you. If you don't have the numbers, you're hoping you can join up with someone to take out the one with the numbers. This is an older tribe, so I felt like all week the oldest guy in my tribe, and I'm the fourth oldest on this group here, so I feel like a millennial over there. So Bree and I have been kind of working together as we've been going through. So it started out initially with Rachel. Rachel and I, on a challenge last night, have a fake idol. So none of our tribe knows that, so we kind of said we're going to work together, and then we roped in Bree. Rachel has it right now, but I have the note, so we kind of divided and conquered it. So I have the note that says this idol is real. So what we did with the other tribe is our idol said it's fake. We swapped the notes with them just in case we ever need it. But I'm in a good spot because people are talking to me. You get nervous when they're not talking to you. It was Djon, and I can't think of the young lady's name over in green that we separated with last night. Our agreement was we weren't going to tell anyone about these idols and just kind of sit on them and see how the game plays out till we get back together. But the challenge that we did, like we just clicked, we rocked it out. I mean, we blasted the other team, wasn't even close. So we kind of had our little bonding moment there, and we said, let's kind of separate and try to get back together at some point and see how it goes. So I got a lot of options here, which is really cool. So that's where you want to be. And so my plan is, I just want to know, has he told anyone about his idol? And who has the idol? Does his partner have the idol? Does he have the idol? And kind of where we're going to go from here, because it was very awkward when we got back with our yellow group. One group won some rice, one group won something else, and then we said we won nothing. But we were lying, of course. We have an idol. And they didn't really question us. But the only thing I'm worried about is Steve, who I competed against in green, is now with some of my former yellow teammates, and he could come up and say, if they talk backstories that we won something because we told them that we lost. So that could come back and bite us, but we'll see. I think Dr. Jill's great. I'd love to work with her. I purposely haven't even made eye contact with her. Haven't even said hello, but I send her Christmas cards. Like we kind of, friends on Facebook type of a thing. So hoping to get this chance to kind of work with her, because I just think she's a cool person. The other thing so Heather and the girls are out here, right? So for whatever reason, they were watching our tribe. So I literally had to pull them aside because I've been talking all weekend about my daughters, Morgan and Madison. That's what they're doing. So I'm like, change your names. Do not be Morgan and Madison. So they don't know that when Heather was there the whole time, didn't know my wife, didn't know it was my kids. Never asked, but I wanted to make sure that, again, I don't want them to know that they're here doing this, that I've been in production. I haven't told them any of that stuff. Being on this side, there's night tribal councils, there's drop your buffs, who knows? I mean, which is cool. So I'm kind of glad thinking about it. So I didn't get selected the past couple of years, but I'm thinking there was some familiarity there. I don't know if I would have had, I'm a little more in tune because this isn't familiar right now. So I'm having to kind of keep everything up and make sure that I'm not relaxed.
We were all hating red earlier from yellow. Just from the very beginning, when we were trying to get a tarp and nobody wanted to trade us a tarp.
So that grudge has continued?
It has continued. I mean, I guess we'll let it go now since we're over here, but it had continued up until now. I have to see how my communication and my skills with my new friends over here are. Maybe after tonight I'll have a little better idea of who I think I might mesh with and be able to move forward with. So we just played paper, rock, scissors, and whoever lost went. Because yellow, I felt like we really meshed really well together. We seemed to do better on all the teamwork challenges rather than the fast-paced challenges. Because all the team-working ones we got first in, and all the faster-paced ones we got last. We're finally gonna have a tribal council maybe tomorrow, since we haven't had one yet. But I guess we're really gonna get more into the nitty-gritty and more combined with everybody's personalities and new people and everything. I think I'm probably just gonna basically go off of how loyal I think they are, or if I think they're telling the truth to me or not. Well, when they look you in the eye and they're talking to you. Because if they're not even having anything to do with you, then why would you be with them? Probably just because we were on yellow and we were just basically the misfits, I felt like, from the beginning. But we did just get fire.
You did?
Yeah, but it's on camera. And I had a humongous part in the fire, so I'm a little pissed that I don't have my fire anymore. I was so proud of myself.
Good.
Because I felt like I was the main one controlling it and got it going and everything. Probably Rachel and Adam, which I got Scott still with me because I know Scott's going to be a ride or die because he's just a big old teddy bear, and I just feel like he's just really trustworthy. and we've had multiple discussions already. He's one of the only people that I've actually had like talks with
So
about
there hasn't
the
been
game.
a
There
ton
hasn't
of
really been
game?
a lot of game talk yet.
Why is that?
I'm not really sure. I think it's because we meshed really well together over there, so there wasn't really need for a big game talk. We talked about who maybe we'd vote out, like if we were going to have a tribal council with just yellow. I guess just really to get to know the new people, because I haven't really been paying them much attention to them at all. I've been kind of more focused on what we're doing, and now it's a bigger picture now. So I'm really just going to see what kind of connections I can make and see where I can fit into the crack. Well, I think I'm going to try to like buddy up with the blue tribe, because we were trying to root them on and cheer them on earlier instead of the red tribe. Like the whole yellow, yeah, that me and Scott may try to make some type of better connection with the blue.